The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now! 180! 180, we're good! 185!
On the ground, it's Reddick. And, whoa, he's going to hope that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Now, 180! Watch the screen! Pass! 618!
Shotgun now for Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Green 80!
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Hey, watch it, watch it. There. Good job right there, good job right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to get...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 79 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on second and 10. Carr, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
24 is the mic. Here we go, dude. Here I come.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
Two times.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
On first down, Hunt. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10. Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kareem Hunt His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Hey, come on now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr. This one complete to Theo Riddick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this out past the 25. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And an alley to run. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 on the Seahawks.
Second and 5 now. Carr. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of it.
And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
14, 14, fight it.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go.
On the run, this is Hunt. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 44 is the mic. 44.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today...
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Line 90. 44 is the mic. Bound to lose one.
Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Monday,
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now Riddick. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Carr now to throw. This is Riddick on the screen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Slade. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And they take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.